Hello guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today we are going to analyze some few pairs, but first we are going to go through the pairs that I'm active in and the ones that I've taken for the week. Okay, so first we are going to start with some few pairs here. I can see these top ones are my active trades and some of them have already closed, and then we'll focus on my two pairs which I'm currently on focus coming week, which is Euro Pound and Euro Swiss Franc, and then we'll talk about dollar pair. So first we are going to go through Pound Kiwi. As from last week guys, I took this trade down here. Okay, I remember showing you guys from last week's video. I took the trade from here, and as you can see, price came back down and tagged me out in this area. So I was focusing on this second entry here, and I remember telling you guys that if the price manages to push from up here, if the price manages to push from up here after this small correction, I will enter the trade. And you can see I did enter, and I was taken out with some quite nice profits of around 286 pips. Okay, because once I saw this big green candle and seeing the pattern that had formed, it was likely to push back down because of this expanding pattern. Okay, so I managed to secure some few profits around 286, and now it's in corrective phase. Okay, so I'm out of this trade, and it was, if you took the trade, congrats. For now I'm out. Okay, next we're going to go Ozzy Kiwi. Let's go to Ozzy Kiwi. Ozzy Kiwi also posted this on my Telegram channel. If you are not in my Telegram channel, the link is in description. As you can see, we took this trade from up here, and I remember posting this on my Telegram channel that we look for sales in these areas, and as you can see, the market came exactly at those areas and pushed down. So the market pushed down, I went down to lower time frame, that is 1 hour, and moved my stops quite a lot because we are reaching this low over here. And as you can see, once the price pushed up, we were taken out, but knowing full well that this price has to push the downside because it has a long move to the downside, and the way price is behaving here, it looks like it's just forming another correction over here, which is a bigger one for the continuation to the downside. So I did re-enter on Friday on these levels because it's still the key area that I was focusing on sales. But if the price manages to push up again to give us this third touch of this upper line, I'll still be in the trade. That's why my stop is a bit bigger, which is around 50 pips stop loss, but my overall target is even bigger. Okay, because I'm looking at 220 pips. So if you're in this trade, if you manage to hold on this trade, just keep on holding. Though some of us secured profits of around 44 pips here, and focus on the next move over here, because if he manages to get another correction, even a tight correction over here, just enter for that sales. Okay, because this one looks nice. So this one I'm currently active in, and I'll see how the market will move in the coming week. Okay, next we are going to go through US oil. We have been holding for a while. Okay, and market came and took us out. Remember last week guys, I stated my stop loss was down here. So when the market pushed up correctively, it came back down and tagged me out from these levels. Okay, once it tagged me out, I did not look for any entry to enter again, because even this was enough profits for me, because it's around 950 pips, because US oil moves a lot of pips, so I was okay with it. So currently I'm not in any active trade, as this one has already finished. But looking at this pattern over here, if we can manage to get just one last push to the upside and get this correction, then we'll take it to the downside. Now this down move will be a bigger move to the downside, because as you can see, all of this is a bigger correction. All of this is a correction. So we might get a push to the downside that will even break these lows over here and even further to the downside. So the main direction of this pair is to the downside. So watch out for this pair. If it manages to get this third touch, can even add this over here. Okay, if it manages to get this third touch over here, then we'll push it to the downside. But my key value area where I look to sell this trade this commodity is around this level. This is my key level that I'll look for sales. Okay, so be alert on this one also the coming week. Next is pound Swiss franc. Pound Swiss franc, this one was a lovely trade, and if you are in my Telegram group, then you could have, I'm sure you are in this profit also, because I remember posting last week I remember posting these guys. We took the trade here, but the price, when it came back down, it tagged us out. Then I look for another entry from these lows over here, but the one that I posted on Telegram is this one over here, which I said I drew this key level of mine here, and I posted that I will look for another entry in these exact levels where it is. And you can see the price came back to my exact level, gave me a hammer, and I entered after that hammer candle. And currently the price is pushing up nicely, so I'm in 2 positions already. So the price is pushing up nicely. For this the second one is around 70 pips, so it should be in 70 pips profit by now. And currently you should move your stops up to around these levels over here, because as you can see I have another key value area over here, which I'm seeing the price pushing back down to this area and then continue to push the upside before you get that big sells to the downside. So focus on these areas. If you want to add position, if you are not in yet, focus on this level of mine for it. If it comes back to this level and gives you a good hammer, a good entry candle, just enter the market for those buys. But you can see, guys, we are almost reaching our target where we look for sales, because this one is a bigger correction of this move. As I said, we did not get that small correction over here to continue to the downside. That's why we are getting this overall bigger correction for us to continue to the downside. So we are focusing on this level still to get our sales. So be alert on this one and manage your trade accordingly. So next we are going to USD card. As I told you guys, dollar pairs are about to go down, and I've just started with the dollar card, which gave me a very nice pattern over here. As you can see, dollar card gave me 1 2 3 touch pattern over here, which we have drawn for quite a while now. And if you remember last week, I was focusing on this key area of mine over here, which I told you guys I'll be focusing to take my sales. And moving down to a lower time frame, as you can see, guys, I expected to see a big correction over here. I wanted to see a clear correction over here for me to take it to the downside over here, but the price did not give me a big flag, but instead it gave me this squeezing channel over here, which is a symmetrical triangle, which I entered on lower time frame. Okay, so once I went down to 15-minute time frame, I managed to get this pattern over here, which I just took my entry just on the low after that break of that pattern. Okay, once the pattern broke, it tagged me in for the sales, because I could not just miss on this one. And you can see my target, which was in these lows, I managed to reach. So it was around 50, is it 58 or 68 pips. Okay, so this one was some nice profits, even though I'm still looking to enter on this trade again for another sell, because we have not yet formed that correction on higher time frame. So if we manage to break this trend line and get that bigger correction, then I will look to enter for the sales. Or even without this break, we can get another push up over here up to these levels, then we get the sales. So if we manage to push all the way to this area of mine here, I'll enter for the sale. So this one also looks nice, and this was a nice trade which you could have caught on lower time frame. You could not have seen this on the bigger time frame. So let's see if we can get that correction for that big drop. Okay, now next we're going to go on Bitcoin. Guys, in my Telegram channel, I've already posted an update about big news on Bitcoin. Okay, as you can see, Bitcoin, we are on the lowest low of this structure, and currently this one will be a good news for investors. If you invest on crypto, this one will be nice for you. As you can see, we have this 1 2 3 touch over here, and if I invert this pattern, if I invert this chart, as you can see, we have this 1 2 and third touch over here, and you can see this third touch also lines up with this squeezing pattern going to the upside. Okay, so this one gives me a clue of push down followed by a correction for a continuation to the downside, to the upside, up to these levels. So with these patterns forming around, already I'm seeing Bitcoin going up very soon, guys. So if you are an investor, you better start to invest on your Bitcoins, because this one is about to push the upside very soon, very soon. So be alert on this one. But for now, for us traders, we are looking to hold this long term. Okay, this one is for holding long term, as you can see, because the price is at a very nice key value area. Going down to a lower time frame, my first target is on these lows, these highs over here, but my overall will be on the highest high. Okay, as you can see, once we reached our area, we formed this doji candle over here, but we not get, from the daily chart, we not get a confirmation candle, which was to be a bullish candle. If this candle could have been bullish, then could have been a nice signal for those confirmation buys. But for me, I did enter on lower time frame. Okay, I did enter on lower time frame, of which is still pushing to the downside. But for me, this downside, this down move, I'm seeing it as a correction because of this big green candle over here. This was bullish for me. So if we manage to get another bull candle over here followed by another tight correction, then we'll continue to the upside, and I will move my stops to break even. So currently I'm active in this trade. I'm just in small profit. As you can see, the price pushed up nicely and came back to my level. So I'm currently active in this trade, and the area that I'll look to focus on if this price is to push down, I'm waiting to see if this price will, this is my key area over here, this line over here, this is my area that I want to see the price not breaking. If this price come back to this area without breaking, then I will know the price is to shoot up. But if it breaks the downside, then I'll be out on this market. Though I'm not expecting, according to the pattern, this price, the farthest can go is in these levels, unless week takes us out, because Bitcoin forms big wicks. Okay, like this one, you can see this one is a very long wick of hammer. This one was also a clear indication that this price wants to push the upside, as you can see. So for crypto holders, now it's time to invest. And if you want to trade crypto right now, just wait for a clean, correction and take it to the upside. As you can see, if you want a clean correction, this price should not have come back down to our levels down here. So you can adjust your trend like this. Okay, and once you see the break of this trend line, wait for that correction up to around these areas where the trend line was broken, and take the buys. This one will be our safe entry over here. This will be our safe entry, where you look for potential buys on higher time frame. So be alert on this one, guys. And if you are in already, just be patient with it, because it's still forming. Now next we are going to go through, okay, since I've gone through Bitcoin, I can as well go through Ethereum. Okay, because they are all crypto, and Ethereum and Bitcoin tends to move the same. And with Ethereum, look at this, guys. Ethereum formed a very nice pattern over here. As you can see, when I invert this pattern, you can see the Ethereum has 1, 2, 3 touch, and touched our key area with, from the daily chart. You can see from the daily chart we have this very nice long wick rejection, and all we are waiting for is just break of this trend line, correction, and down move. But this is on a higher time frame. So if we go back to our lower time frame, okay, let's see what we have. As you can see, from our lower time frame, we're already at I've already been tagged in actually on this setup. I posted this on my Telegram. So if you saw this and you have already entered, congrats on that, and hold. So this one I've just been tagged, guys. This one I've been tagged already. This one I'm tagged. Let me just remove this over here. Okay, this one I'm already tagged in. because my buy order was in these levels where I wanted to see it to take it to the upside. So I'm already tagged in this for Ethereum right now, and for just the safer entry, this is a tight entry if for the lower time frame, but for better entry, wait for this overall trend line to be broken, then wait for that bigger correction to take it to the upside. So wait for this pattern, guys, for it to take it to the upside. But if you got my signal, I posted this analysis on my Telegram channel. You should be in already on Ethereum, just on these levels, okay? Just on these levels. Stops is just below this structure of mine, this key value area of mine. So I'm already active in this trade. Okay, I'm already active in this trade. Let me just push it to the upside. Okay, so next let's go through pairs that I'm focusing on right now currently, which is Euro CHF. On Euro CHF, the price is pushing up. Okay, the price is pushing up nicely, as you can see from the from the weekly chart. We had this very nice descending channel. Okay, this was a nice descending channel. As you can see, we have 1, 2, 3 touch over here. After that third touch, we waited for a correction. Okay, our first entry was here. Once it came to a key area, we took the buys from here. Okay, but as you can see, the price pushed down deeply, and I was taken out around these levels. So currently, I'm waiting to see if the price will push up to this area of mine to take it to the upside. So if we manage going down to the 4-hour, if we manage to reach this key value area of mine, okay, so let's see if this price pushes down here, then we'll look for those setups to the upside. So be alert on this one, guys, because this one looks nice. Just focus on this key area over here where I look for my buy setups, either from these levels over here. If it gives me a good signal that this price is ready to push up, I'll enter from this area, or I can also enter in this area. Okay, there we have two potential areas that we can enter this market and take it further to the upside. So focus on this pair in the coming week, probably on maybe Tuesday, Monday or Tuesday. This trade should be ready because it's so close to our potential buying area. Euro pound also, as you can see, we are almost at our key area where we want to get the buys, and it's almost there actually. As you can see, Euro pound, we started analyzing this trade from these levels, and I remember telling you guys that this pair has a tendency of forming double bottom. As you can see, the pair came back down for double bottom, pushed up, gave us this small correction. I was expecting to see a bigger correction over here for me to take it to the upside, but it did not reach that target area that I was looking for my buys. So right now I'm looking for another second opportunity. If it manages to reach these levels, then I'll enter my buys from here. Okay, so that's it for this week, guys, and see you on the next one. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Cheers.